Hey guys, Ken's 97 Stowe 171, back with another trucking video, European Truck Simulator. Um, Today, this is the, I think, fourth video in the series of the new kind of loaded up trucks that I purchased for just for fun. This is a DAF, D-A-F brand, pretty new. Um, Not many customizations available for this truck. As you can see, no real extra lights on it. It really didn't have anything you could do to it, or not much. I think the lights at the top might have been an option, but it does have digital mirrors. As you can see, it's got the little camera things right there on the top of the windows, and no actual mirrors. And that is stock. I didn't, no mods, no nothing. It's got a big windshield. Little lighter cargo this time. It's also only making 530 horsepower, so it's another small, less horsepower truck. This is a 23-ton cargo on it. Let's go inside the truck and I'll show you around. But the cool thing is, digital mirrors there, digital dash, really easy to read your speed. The nav screen is pretty big. I'm going to try running it without that thing up there. I don't remember what the transmission was in it, but we'll look around in it a little bit. The bunk looks really nice. That's a nice wide. There's a flip down bunk up there, but that bunk is nice and square. Some of them have like a cutout right there in the middle. So I don't know. That looks pretty damn nice to me. Just driving over here empty. So you got digital screens over there too for your other mirror, and then the one above it is the cornering mirror, so that looks down the front of the truck at the corner. It's positioned like I forget where. It's somewhere over here is where it's. Oh, there it is. It's right on the corner. You can see it right there at the very bottom of the screen. The little thing that sticks out, that's the camera, and it's looking straight down at that right front corner. Pretty cool. Like that stuff. Certainly makes it easier to drive in the simulator because you can see out this driver window. As I've mentioned before, it's real easy, doesn't block your view. Again, in a real truck, not a big deal. You would just lean forward, stick your head out the window, or turn your head. Kind of a pain, not really easy to do in the game without head tracking, and that has its own problems. So, got a little bit longer of a trip this time. It's 274 miles, so it's probably going to take us half an hour of a drive. Probably won't get dark while we're driving. But, alright guys, here we go. Going to go with a lighter cargo, and this is lighter than the other two that I've already done. Those are all in the 34, 38, 34 ton range. Mostly I just picked this load because of the distance. Oh shit. I really need to change that. My turn signals are the buttons directly below on the steering wheel, and I hit the wrong one, and that's the engine turn off button. Oops.
Keep right, and then continue straight on.
So I expect this truck's going to be pretty slow too. Again, probably not really suited for heavy cargo. But I certainly like the interior and the dash setup a lot more in this than I did the Iveco, however you pronounce it. So again, for just comfortable, easy to drive, lighter cargo, you know,
Keep
like
right,
those yachts.
then turn right. Turn right.
So I have a turn signal on and it's beeping because it thinks there's something to my right, even though that something is the fucking guardrail. You can see down in the center cluster display too that it has, now it's clear, but if you get a little too close, see how it turns orange over there? And if you go to the center, it goes out. Interesting. Pretty slow. Well, and it's making even less power than that Iveco, which I think was 550 horse, or 570. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, that's what I said, I think. So, probably not a great truck for heavy cargo, but be a really nice, easy truck to drive. Hauling those yachts long distances. The digital mirrors are great. Really like that. Love the big digital dash. That's super nice too. Set the cruise control and relax.
Keep left.
Oh, keep left. It's one of those where that right lane ends. Okay. I was going to do an exterior view, but we got to exit here. Really like the dash layout on this one. I think it's the brightest and clearest and most easy to read. Looks like going down the road. Pretty slow. I am flat on the floor. So, this with a bigger, more powerful engine would be fun. I do believe that there were some aftermarket engine options available. I picked the largest stock engine. That was kind of part of the criteria that I set. But I think you could put some Caterpillar engines in it. I think there were, and the, I don't know, I have to look. I don't remember now. Oh, that's cool. I'm up. If you up the speedo, like the cruise control is set at 55. But if you look at the blue gauge on the left, it's the speedo gauge. When I go up like this, see the little arrow going up? That's what this cruise is set to. See, it's going up and then down. That's really cool. I mean, a number might be better, but it does show you, like, you're going to set it so much above or below what you have. So they're both are turning orange there, though. Now it's, yeah. the indicator it gives for when there's traffic to your left is kind of different. It's in the center display there instead of in the mirrors. Don't really love that. I would prefer it maybe to be both. The blind spot monitoring is in the center display there. I have that gripe with Tesla also, although the new cars have a light, a small LED right in the A-pillar. But blind spot monitoring should be in the mirrors themselves, because generally the most important time that you're going to use that is when you're changing lanes. And what are you supposed to do when you change lanes? Look in your mirror. Boy, this thing is really slow climbing this hill. So I prefer having the blind spot monitoring actually in the side mirrors, or in this case, the digital,
Right. Then exit right.
the digital mirrors now.
Exit right.
Having it in the center cluster like that is not terrible, because you are going to be looking ahead a lot. But if you're in the middle of changing lanes, you're going to be looking, you would be looking in side mirrors, and the warning is not where you're looking. So I don't really love that. Maybe in real life, it'd be a little different situation. It's always something about a truck that you don't like, or any vehicle, and you kind of got to take the good with the bad, and where do you value? Like I said, Tesla, they put the blind spot monitoring in the A-pillar on the newest cars, but before then, it wasn't. It was in the center display. When you turn on your turn signal, it brings up the camera to that side, and if there's something in the blind spot, it puts like a red border on it. I just don't really prefer that, because you're not supposed to be looking in the center display when you're changing lanes. Like, that's not where you're looking. Maybe you just get used to it. I don't know. Preferably, maybe you'd have both. Put a little light in the side mirror. Every other manufacturer puts the blind spot monitoring warning in the side mirror itself. It's plainly visible in your peripheral vision on both sides. So when a car is coming up to your left or right, you'll see it light up in the mirror. And at least in my car, if you turn on your turn signal while that is happening, it then blinks the light in the side mirror. And in some GM cars, mine does not have this. It's got a seat shaker. So if there is something to your side while you're turning on your turn signal, it will vibrate the left side of your seat to warn you about where the danger is. I think that's an absolutely amazing. You get a visual indicator, a noise, and it vibrates your seat. Some cars, if it detects that you're not paying attention for too long, it'll actually yank your seatbelt. Just tug on the seatbelt a little bit to kind of like, hey, wake up, like kind of shoving on your shoulder there. That's pretty cool too. Little things like that can make a big difference. Curious if you hit infotainment. Okay, that just changes that. Seeing what other information was available in the screen. Other than this truck being pretty underpowered, I like it. Underpowered compared to the other trucks. I do think I might want to do a video series where I maybe buy
Keep left.
one of each brand of the lowest power engine that you can get, like the stock base cheapest truck, and do a series on that. That might be interesting too. And then pick a cargo that you could do regularly. Not do weight, but do like the yachts that you can transport. Those are about 9 ton, and they're pretty consistent and pretty easy to find. So that might be an option as well. Just pick a cargo that's easily duplicatable between the different models of trucks, so you could have something to compare it with. That's the only cargo I can think of that's always the same weight. Reliably. Yeah, other than power, I think I like this truck. It's nice. We have a few more to do. There's a Mercedes. There's a Mercedes, and then a Renault. Don't know if I'll film those tonight, but the only one so far that I don't really have anything that I like about it is that Iveco. Didn't really like how it drives. It was pretty slow. Didn't like the dash. Didn't like the noise it made. And I thought the lane was ending when it swerved to the left there. It'd be really interesting to drive this, in 4K sometime, just to see, how much more you can see. Maybe reading the dash cluster would be no problem. I don't know. It's on my list. Maybe Black Friday will have some deals. It doesn't have to be like, on this game, it doesn't need to have like a 120 hertz or, like super fast refresh rate. It just needs to be reasonably decent. None of the games that I play really require, I'm not doing any like rapid first-person shooter stuff where ghosting or streaking is really a problem.
Keep left. Keep left.
Say, this truck makes a pretty good noise too. Like, it sounds okay. It's quiet, but the engine sounds reasonably pleasant. What the hell is this blue car doing? Like, make up your fucking mind. People do this shit all the time. Like the fact that it's got a big ass GPS screen right there that's easy to see. That's nice. Love the mirrors. Like the interior colors of the dash. So, yeah. This is pretty high on my list of trucks I like, other than the fact it's a little underpowered. I'll have to go back in the next time I'm in a service center and see what options there might be for upgrades on engine. I forget. Well, I'm getting a little tired too, guys. Sorry about that. I worked a little bit today, and it's about time to go to sleep. For real.
Keep right.
Little trick in the game. Sometimes if you nudge into the lane a little bit when there's a car, like coming up on you, if you kind of do that kind of that thing like that, they'll back off. So, getting a little bit late in the day. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see what the headlights look like. I had heard that the headlights in this truck are pretty good too, and they certainly look nice. But I don't have any extra like spotlights or anything though, so it'll all be down to whatever the factory headlights are able to do. The MAN trucks I've heard have some of the best headlights in the game, but then I was able to throw spotlights on there too. So. I think I mentioned in another video, I'd really love to see somebody do like Australian Truck Simulator with the road trains and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be kind of a completely different situation. Totally unique trucks, unique terrain, hauling big triples, 100 feet long altogether, or longer. I think that would be pretty cool. I would think the map and roadway system would be a little easier, just because, it's a big country, but the main roads aren't as significant in number as Europe or US. I don't know, maybe it would get boring just running down. Maybe they could spend a lot of extra time on the scenery being really highly detailed.
Keep right, and then exit right.
See what this thing does.
Exit right.
I don't think this thing has radar cruise control. I don't know. What are you doing, dude? Holy shit. It's a big ass traffic jam.
Go straight on.
Yeah, so I think the headlight design is pretty cool. And those lights up top can come on. What the
Go
fuck?
straight on.
Is this going?
Go straight on.
Okay, where the fuck?
Okay,
Oh,
let's find it.
sorry guys, give me a minute here. What is going on here? Okay, so because that's the ferry, I need to go. That's where it's going. Okay, I screwed up, I think. Let me look around here. I need to go there. See the sign RT log? That's where I need to go. So what we need to do is scoot this way.
Rerouting. Never mind. I'll find a new route. Finding new route. Recomputing. Okay, let's finding new route.
That's a little confusing that the ferry entrance and the dock, which is not on the ferry, are in the same facility. I was not expecting that.
the roundabout, take the first exit.
Yeah, see, RT log, that's where we're going. There's the ferries over there.
Exit now.
It's nice that they have.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Over this way.
It's all over now.
For the parking space, I think. This thing has a little bit of trouble getting going. You watch, I'm going to hit the gas. Now. It's kind of like, and then it goes. It's kind of interesting. Parking spaces over there, of course. Fun. Well, I guess it's a challenge, right? Wow. I would shit if I got this in the first time. Almost. Oh, man. You know, considering that was a blind side back between two trailers. Oops. Right up to the point that I backed into the other wall. I don't know why they still have the Halloween stuff up. But. So, there you guys go. Let me, so there's the headlights on. Alright, guys, that'll be it for the day, I think. You guys have a wonderful day. Ken's 97 Stowe 171 signing off. Be safe out there.